Higher food prices in 2008 have reversed the nearly two-decade trend in reversing hunger. Momentum to reduce overall poverty in the developing world is also slowing. Tens of millions of people have been pushed into joblessness and greater vulnerability. Some countries stand to miss their poverty reduction target. The target for eliminating gender disparities in primary and secondary schools or education by 2005 has already been missed. If we are to achieve the sanitation target, 1.4 billion people must gain access to improved sanitation by 2015. We have been moving too slowly to meet our goals.
We are in a mess. The financial crisis hit the world like a sudden jolt, and it hit the world where it hurts the most, money. This is not the kind of crisis like an earthquake or a flood, where some fortunate, unaffected parts of the world can generously help those who are suffering. All countries, rich and poor, north and south, are affected. But this is a crisis that will hurt the poor the hardest and the longest. Because of the financial crisis, people in rich nations are losing their jobs, their homes, and their savings. And this is tragic. In developing countries, ladies and gentlemen, they will lose their lives among nations. The consequences...
Trade has long had tremendous potential as an engine of sustained economic growth and development. Today, trade can and must be part of our efforts to stimulate recovery. That is why last month, United Nations Conference on the World Financial and Economic Crisis and its impact on development urged countries to meet existing pledges on aid for trade.
When the recovery will begin is anyone's guess, but for everyone concerned, it's clear that it can't come too quickly. And on this, one point is clear. If aid for trade was urgent in 2007, it has become essential today. It is the investment that will allow many developing countries prepare to exit the crisis by enhancing their trade capacity.
Trade was one of the first sectors that was decimated by contracting consumption in high-income countries. But it'll also be one of the first sectors to recover once the global economy picks up steam. Those countries that position themselves now to take advantage of renewed trade will accelerate out of the recession with the fastest momentum. And all of this means that your efforts at promoting aid for trade and in keeping markets open during the current global crisis have assumed a new urgency. Our shared efforts to boost aid for trade to help workers, farmers, and consumers engaged in trade will pay dividends in expanded opportunities, lower poverty, and higher growth. Cultural subsidies that depress incomes of poor farmers. It could lower